Hey guys, Complex Mind, Simple Man. Sorry I look so tired, but it's because I am. You know, I'm willing to bet a lot of you guys are too. But look, this isn't gonna be one of them sunshiny videos, right? Not that I'm really good at those anyway. But I just really part of what's weighing me down is I feel like within our community, and I am talking about the black community, far too many of us are just not aware. We're choosing not to be aware of the circumstances that we are about to walk directly into. We kind of write it off, right? Like it's always been bad, or it's not as bad as we think, or ooh, look over here, right? And it's when you see it coming, when you see how bad it's about to be, and it just feels like you're the only one seeing it. It's heavy, you know. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope people like me are wrong, but I seriously doubt that we are, because we read, we pay attention, we understand that there's no principle, there's no guarantee, there's nothing that says that things have to get better. Right? There's nothing that says that. In fact, anything that you want to look at actually points to the contrary. And then the only times that things do get better is either coming directly out of struggle or through very intensive and active effort. And we're not in the struggle, right? Like the next phase of the struggle. We're not in that yet, so nothing good can come from there. We can only go further into the struggle, right? So that we can come out of the struggle later. And we don't have focus and intentional effort, so nothing good can come out of that. So everything points to downward momentum, and that's unfortunate. The reason why I started this video is actually I was going to talk to you guys about resource sharing and how politics works into all of that, and all this deep, heavy thinking. But I think it's going to be amazing. It's been a great discussion, but I didn't get there, man. I didn't get there. I got where I'm at right now talking to you guys. So, in short, what I wanted to kind of convey is, as resources continue to get restricted, there's going to have to become a reallocation or a readjustment to how resources are shared. And that's what I think we're really watching right now. We know that we know AI is taking over a lot of the technology jobs, right? The things that you needed people to do on a tasky basis, you don't really need them to do that now, because you can actually automate a lot of that. So you're seeing people in the computer sciences world, computer information technology, computer security, information security, right? All these people are losing their jobs because you don't need as many of them to do what they previously were doing. You've got people losing their jobs in manufacturing, not because we don't have factories, but because the factories are much more automated. The warehouses are much more automated, so you don't need as many people to do the same thing. This is just logic, okay? So if there's less and less jobs to do thing needed to accomplish an outcome, then that means that there's more and more people who will be vying for the few jobs that are available. Just makes sense. Now that has to lead somewhere. So I'm going to use this as the picture, and I wanted to leave this with you. I know I want to do a whole video on it, but I just never got there, like I said. But people are going to take care of their own before they take care of anybody else. And if you're one of those people, if you, especially black people now, If you're one of the people who think that we don't focus on being black, we're just Americans, or I'm an individual, I rise and fall on my own merits and all that, yo, ain't much I can say to you guys, man. Ain't shit I can say to y'all for real. But the people we're up against, they don't see the world the way you do, right? There are differences between groups. So think of it like your family. You got one pizza, you got 4 family members. You, your wife, or you, your husband, and then you got a teenage child, and you got a 6-year-old child. And you got one pizza, right? One pizza's got 8 slices. Now, how are you going to separate that? Odds are what you're going to do is you're going to give dad 3 pieces because he eats a lot. You're going to give mom probably 1 piece because she don't want to eat too much. You're going to give the teenager 2 pieces, right? So now we at 3, 5, 7, and then the little one gets 1 piece. That's all 8 pieces. That's most likely what's going to happen, or some real close variation of that. Now, that's you with your family. Notice, and I guarantee you didn't think about this, how much of that pizza did you decide before separating amongst you and your 3 other family members? How much of that pizza did you think about, well, how much do I give away? Who do I feed before I feed the people in my family off of this pizza? You ain't do that, right? It's unnatural to even think that you would do that. You're going to take what you need first, and then you're going to decide what to do with the rest. And most likely what you've done, guarantee you, because I've done it, and I know you've done it, you take whatever that is left, you put it in the refrigerator for later, just in case somebody else gets hungry, just in case one of y'all get hungry later. You don't go next door or knock on the door and say, hey, Billy, Sarah, Keisha, whatever. Hey, are you hungry? I got an extra piece of pizza. I just want to make sure that I gave that away before we just kind of like set it aside in the refrigerator and maybe it never gets eaten. You don't do that. That's not how resources are shared. So as people are needing jobs and our government is run by a group of people who see identity primary, not secondary, who do you think they're going to give the jobs to? Think about that.